All right, everybody, we're back. We're alive. The
Woo-hoo.
Bay Ragni show is here. Monday afternoon. We
What's
have
up, man?
an old friend returning. I'll tell you what, when he reached out to me and I saw what this kid's up to, I'm sorry, you're always going to be a kid to me,
I'm
too.
always gonna be a kid. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I got too many of these gray hairs going over here.
I got a
But,
couple
you got a ways to go,
ways to go.
man. But he did the show. I can't believe it's been almost a year. It was beginning of this year. Uh,
Yeah.
Anthony is a great dude. He's also the son of a amazing dude. And I always pronounce it wrong. There's two ways to say the name, and tell me
Arenz.
Arenz.
Arenz. Yep, yep.
Anthony Arenz.
That's right. It used to be parent, but I changed it when I turned 18. But yeah, it used to be parent.
Okay. Well, he's the son also of Ricky Parent, who was the drummer of Enuff Z'Nuff, the late great Ricky Parent. Yes,
Yeah.
and he came on here beginning of the year. We sat down and we had a nice heart to heart, and we talked all about his dad and his feelings on situations, and we got to meet his children who were hanging out with him.
Crazy hellions, man. Hellions.
But he reached out to me a couple weeks ago to come back on, and he wants to catch the world up on what he's up to. And when I saw what he's up to, I said, "Oh shit,
Way
I
different.
want to
Yeah.
know. I don't care about anybody else. I want to know what the
No.
hell is going on and how did this happen." So Anthony, he dipped his toes and reached out into the world of politics.
Politics. Yeah. Yeah.
How the hell did that happen?
So, all
I
right.
mean, wait. When we talked, we'll say a year ago. When we talked a year ago, that wasn't even on the radar or anything,
No.
correct?
No. 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 It was literally. So to take a year, this past year's worth of almost a year's worth of campaigning and to break it down um, into this interview, it's like a Ferris wheel, man. It had its ups, it had its downs. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, when we talked, politics wasn't even in my radar. Obviously, you knew. Uh, I'm very very vocal about it. I'm an avid Trump supporter.
Hmm.
Uh, I never really got into politics until 2016 when Donald
Okay.
Trump said he was going to run for president or he won presidency. Because then I learned that you don't need to be, this peppered politician to win.
Right.
And I tell everybody, look, you don't have to like Donald Trump as a person. You
Hmm.
don't. I mean, he probably wouldn't let me wipe the spit off his shoes. But as a president, he's everything the country needed. We needed somebody that people respected
Hmm.
and relationships, and we needed to have secure borders. I believed in all that, right? So
Sure.
when he lost in 2020, obviously it was a gut shot to everybody because everything started changing. Inflation, is at 9.2%, peaked out at 9.8%. The housing market has completely been turned upside down,
Hmm.
especially with where we live. So it was one of those things, man. So 2022 came around, and I've been in the music business a long time. I've I had an anti-bully group back in the day. I'm a very big advocate against drugs and gangs. So my buddy calls him his name's Anthony too,
Okay.
and he goes, "Hey man, you ever thought about running for office?" I'm like, "Have you seen me? Have you seen me? Like, no, dude. I have tattoos on my face, tattoos on my neck, tattoos on my hands. No, bro, it wouldn't happen. There's no way. No, never thought about it." And he's like, "Well, people bitch about problems, but it's the one that stops the bitching and gets out there and does something about that that really makes a difference." I'm like,
Hmm.
"Well, you're bitching about it. Why don't you do it?" And he's like, "Because I don't have the voice you have. I'm not. I'm afraid to be on stage. I'm afraid to talk to people. I'm afraid to debate. I'm afraid
Hmm.
of confrontations and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, it sounds sweet, sounds good, but no, I'm all right, man. It's not really something that I could see myself doing. I got a high school diploma, dude. I don't have a college education and all that stuff. So no, I don't foresee that, you know, gonna happen." So I got off the phone and I laid in the bed. This is a true story, and I remember I looked up at the ceiling and I said, I do have a lot of friends. I did make a big impact here with my anti-bully group. I have talked to the youth about gangs and drugs and violence. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And I called him the next day. I was like, dude, we're doing it. He was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, we're doing it. But one stipulation.
But I mean, even that, don't you say to yourself, like, minus your tattoos and the appearance and all that, and even worrying about that part of it, don't you just kind of say to yourself, like, how the fuck do I get started in politics?
Well, I didn't know. So listen, that's the funny part. So I didn't know anything about it. So I'm like, all right, man. I'm like Donald Trump, bro. We're holding rallies. We're fucking killing it. And that's not how it goes.
Right.
So I woke up, called him. I said, look, I'm doing it, man. He was like, fuck yeah. I said, but the one thing is, you're my treasurer. You're going to be in charge of all my financials. You're going to do my reports for me. He's like, done. So I made my announcement that day that I was going to officially run for political office. And I made a mistake. So I said that without actually qualifying first. So you have to there's a whole process. So you can't just wake up and say, I'm going to be the mayor. It doesn't work like that. So you have to qualify. You have to meet their standards and, the backgrounds and all that stuff, right? So I had to go down to the supervisor of elections. You go through a huge thing of documentation. You have to sign your life away. Obviously you're an elected official, potentially an elected official. So you got to uphold the Constitution. You got to learn the statutes and things like that. And you have to swear to protect, obviously the people. So I did that. So then everybody looked at me like I was the elephant in the room. Everybody, which was awesome because I've always been the underdog,
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget. So we did the paperwork and we videotaped me signing it and shit, and it was like, oh yeah, you said I couldn't do it. Next thing you know, boom, it's on the website for the state, it's on the website for the county. And there's my name, Anthony Arenez, right? I'm like, oh yeah, we did it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Next thing you know, we started going out. We started getting contributions, people donating. Started getting yard signs. Dude, I had, I think I want to say we did 1,500 yard signs out. And then we did the rat cards. The voice of the people, not a politician. That's awesome. So this one says it right here. The voice of the people, not a politician. Don't mind my big finger now. I always keep that for my girl. But yeah, so we did it, and it's front and back too. It's got all the kiddos on there and stuff.
That's awesome.
But so, when we started doing speeches, we did my announcement speech, and we had a lot of people come out for my announcement speech. It wasn't like 5 people, 10 people. No, I'm talking. We filled up a VFW with people, and the support was ridiculous. The cheers, the crying was amazing. And then a lot of people were thrown away that I was a Republican because, like, a lot of my friends, they don't walk down the same political aisle I do, but they understood, and then, like I said, we kept going through this thing called politics and campaigning, and, people threw their shots, people talked their trash. My competitor was super awesome. We didn't have it out with each other at all, to be honest with you.
Okay.
It was some other people from my own party that were, trying to be, wrong about it. So my competitor was a Republican too. That's what made our race so difficult. It was 2 Republicans fighting each other.
Wow.
But we didn't throw one jab, dude. As a matter of fact, every time we would speak at events, like if I go first, I'd be like, all right, man, up next is Jerry, man. Love you guys. Love you, Jerry. He'd come up, give me a hug. We'd shake each other's hand. And when he did his speech, I walked up, gave him applause. I said, dude, it'd be a hard act to follow. You know what I mean? Like, for real. And people don't realize the guy I was up against was a multi-millionaire. I mean, he owned, I think it was 9 Domino's pizzas or something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he had like $100,000 in campaign contributions. So I had a long way to go,
Sure.
But
let me ask you this, like right there. How important, because you're saying about the financial part, how important is that to be able to win an election?
So it's a double-edged sword, right? Because popularity does play a factor, but money plays a bigger factor. So, like
Okay.
with my race, yeah, I'm popular to the 18 to 40-year-olds, right? My demographic,
Sure.
because I'm 36 now. I'm popular to them, but most people in my age group and younger don't really get out and vote, or I hate to say it this way, but they're stuck in liberal democratic ways, and they don't want to believe in a Republican. Even
Right.
though I'm young, they don't want to believe in me
Sure.
because they believe that because I'm a Republican, I have those same values as some Republicans that they don't agree with, right?
Okay.
Meaning Trump or something, right?
Sure.
So I realized that early in the campaign. So our slogan was, it doesn't matter if you vote right or left. I'm doing this to do what's right for you. That's it. Because I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a liberal. I don't care if you're an independent. I don't care if you're a Republican.
Right.
I'm literally just doing this because I'm a regular person who sees what's going on in the world, and I'm trying to make a change at a young age so I can become better and lead potentially the state in the future, or Congress or Senate, maybe the White House, who knows, in the right direction, right?
Okay.
So some people would beat me up and eat me up about it, but the money thing, the reason why that's important is because it helps you reach those voters that vote. So you could do like EDMs, electric direct mailers, so that goes right to their home, right?
Okay.
Or radio advertisement, TV advertisements, and like commercials. So he had all that.
Right.
So this is where the viewers are gonna be like, whoa. So he had 100,000 in campaign contributions. I think I had, because I got in real late. He was campaigning 18 months before I even jumped in.
Oh, geez. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And he'll tell you that too. I got in super late, and I only got like $10,000 raised, which is still good.
Absolutely.
For a couple months, you know what I mean.
And for somebody that's got zero political experience.
Zero. And the guy I was up against was the leader of the Republican Party.
Wow. Okay.
So, long story short, he had all this money. So he was doing direct mailers. He had huge banners and backdrops and big billboards. I was this kid that came out of left field.
Right.
And had some rat cards, which is the ones that you saw.
Yeah.
Some bumper magnets, some car magnets, and some yard signs. And I felt like what would give me the edge was my speaking. So I was one of the only candidates in the state that when they would speak, I didn't have a teleprompter, I didn't have a cell phone, I didn't have a notebook. It always came from here.
Love
so if I messed up, they would see it.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. And to be honest with you, I lied. My last speech, I said, and if I do get on the ticket, oh wait, that's right, y'all already put me on the ticket. I didn't. I messed it up, but I caught myself real quick. I always spoke from the heart, so a lot of people took that. And there's an event called Politics in the Park. Okay. Thousands of people come out to it. And what it is allows people from the state or your county or your district to come out and meet other candidates and, hear you speak. And then they do what's called a pre-vote. So it doesn't count. It's like for fun, right? And, it kind of gives you an idea where you would be at if an election was held that day. And we went out. And what I didn't like about it was they let you vote before you speak. So some of these people might not know who I am.
Right.
But they let you vote before you speak. So they know my competitor, but they didn't get to hear me speak yet because that's how early you vote.
Right.
So we go out on the stage. We killed it. It's a speech that's all over my Facebook. It went super crazy. A lot of shares, a lot of comments and stuff. And I wish we could play it on here. It's pretty good. But we did the speech. They then do the results, and I got 33%, and he got 67%.
Okay.
And I obviously was bummed. I was like, dude, I did so much better than this in this speech. Like, what the hell? So then people came up to me afterwards and like, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I voted for your competitor because I didn't know anything about you. I just looked at you and I was like, oh no. But then I heard you speak and I was like, whoa, this kid's crazy good. I like him.
Wow.
And I wish I could have voted, So long story short, we do that. And then we go to the qualification process is ended. So I officially qualified. I became the youngest candidate and the only candidate to qualify for an election with tattoos on his hands, neck, and face,
Wow.
and at my age. So I broke down the barrier.
Nice.
And a lot of people think I use it as a promotional ploy. No, what I use it as is I'm showing people that you cannot let your past define your future. You can't let your scars, your tattoos, your blemishes, your imperfections determine what you do in life. If you work for it, you fight for it, you can do it. And I did it. I did it. I was the guy that had to get – I was getting the media tearing me apart, news reports tearing me apart. No, this gang member, drug dealer, tattooed guy is over here running for office.
That was the thing I was going to say. Like, weren't you scared or nervous about that? I'm a guy who I don't even get involved in politics. I don't follow politics. Since I was a little kid, I just thought it was something shady about the whole political world, and I've always kept myself out of it. But I also am like you say to myself, like, you know what? I'd be the type of guy, if I can get in there, I would make a fucking difference because I'd be truthful and honest and upfront. But I say to myself, what you did is ballsy because I don't know if I'd want to go through the process and have, people digging through my past and throwing this up and that up, or having, with my luck, my freaking ex-wife would come out and say, "Oh, he's this and this and this."
They did.
So, like,
I got bashed online. I got degraded. Dude, I never felt so embarrassed in my life.
Sure.
So betrayed by people who I thought I could trust and I loved. That when it came down to the big stage, they made big posts about me, articles about me, try to discredit me as a father. And it's like, dude, I'm still in the same place I was when we did the last interview.
Right.
I still got all my kids. They're literally in my picture. Does that look like a dad that doesn't care for his kids? Do those kids look like they don't love their daddy? It's like, they tried everything they could, and I learned to have alligator skin. And the reason I say that because their skin is tough as nails. You got to shoot them in a certain spot to kill them. Like you have to have tough skin. So I had really tough skin. There wasn't one time where I was on the debate stage or anything where I was like, fuck all you fucking suck. You suck. You're cool. No, it was none of that. I was like, you know what? I'm sorry you feel that way. By the time this is said and done, you're going to respect me. You're going to appreciate me. And you're going to see that I'm being genuine, Mm-hmm. And some people talk about my mom, and she had a doctor's office back in the day that got raided by the feds, right?
Okay.
And they think that has something to do with me. Right. And I had to explain to them, look, what she's done has nothing to do with what I've done. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it was a battle, man. And then my brother had his problems. He's super clean. He's doing really good. He's in a facility up in Jersey where he's working, and he's changed his whole life. Okay. But they try to pull those jabs, so it was like,
sure.
It was one of those things, man, that you got to be ready for whatever they throw at you. And
right.
And short story, we were ready for it. We took all the jabs. We put the gloves on. We boxed with them. So that we qualified. We did it. The primary election came around, primary night, and obviously we didn't win. We didn't win.
Right.
Hold on one second. Hey, stop. So we didn't win. I got a Rottweiler puppy now. He's crazy. But
I'm hearing the dog. I'm like, is that my dog? I'm like, I'm hearing
I got a little Rottweiler puppy now named Romeo. He's crazy. But so we went through the primary that night, man, and it was so nerve-wracking seeing your name on Fox, MSNBC, CBS, Bay News 9, News Channel 8, all these stations, and like the results are coming in, and then your name's there, and your party affiliation, your picture and stuff, and you're like it was surreal. I started crying. It was like, this is happening.
Oh, man.
And, we pulled over 33% of the vote, just like we did with the politics in the park. And once I started to see a lot of the poll stations close, we had 32 poll stations. Once we got to like 24, and what was crazy, the mail-ins came in, I was at like 45%.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, shoot, we got this. This is it. And then the early voting came out. And then I was like, oh, man, we're at 39%. Then the in-person came out, and then it was at 33%. So there's like 24 stations closed. There's only like 8 left. So I called my competitor to concede, right?
Okay.
And it's heartfelt. I told him, I said, look, man, you were obviously the better man tonight. You're a great guy. You deserve everything you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you better do good these next couple of years because I'm on your ass. And he was like, no, man. He goes, look, all jokes aside, I want to tell you this, man. He goes, if you had about another $15,000, you would have beat me. He said, because you could have did the direct mailers to these voters and you didn't. He goes, so, hey, rightfully so. He was like, you did all this with no promotion. You literally pulled 33% of my vote by not promoting.
And he had an 18-month head start.
Yeah. He's like, so you should be super proud of yourself. And I was like,
dude.
yeah. I was beating myself up. I was crying. I was ugly crying. You should. But it was cool, man. We did it. I could say that, I did something most people wouldn't do.
Sure.
We did it. We qualified. We made it through the primaries, and we didn't throw no shots, no jabs. And, now we're jumping in another race, right?
I was going to say, so will you try for other,
I am. So that's another good thing, man. At the end of the month, this month, I'm going to make an announcement. I'll say it on here because it's not my county really, but we're jumping in another race.
Okay.
And I have exactly 18 months from the time I'm going to make the announcement to campaign. So I'm going to have exactly the same amount of time my competitor did. So that way I can get ahead with the contributions and the promotions, the speeches, and get out to these events. And, just coming off a 33% primary, it'll be really hard for whoever goes up against me to really beat that. Because right now I have voter face. So a lot of people know who I am. They know the name. And the good thing is, being Anthony Arenez, my name's first on the ballot. So that kind of gives you a plus side, man. But it was surreal, man. One of the best experiences of my life. I miss the campaign trail. I miss meeting hundreds of thousands of people. I miss talking to the people. And it's not over for me, dude. I'm so young. Sure. My competitor, I think he just turned 47, 48 or something. So when he's done with his term, he'll be 52. I'll just be turning 40. So it's like I have so much time left, and I'm trying to pepper myself, man, and get ready for, the big stage, like House of Representatives, Senate, Congress, maybe governor, or who knows? I don't know. Crazier things have happened. We put Trump in there. So
it's true.
No, think about it, man. The world wants somebody who's real, right? What's
Absolutely.
more real? What's more real than somebody who looks the way I do, who comes from middle class, who comes from paycheck to paycheck, So we're getting ready for that, man, and just trying to stay out of the radar of the bad people, man, so the cops don't mess with you, because any blip on you, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Exactly.
If you get a bad speeding ticket, dude, they bring it up, So fortunately, I've never been incarcerated. I've never had drug problems, so that really saved me during the campaign trail. When people tried to bash me, it was so funny. In my announcement speech, I said, I see the media people here. I see this here. I said, so look, I'm going to let this all come out now, so you have nothing to write about me. Yes, I've been evicted. Yes, I've been behind on child support before. Yes, I have sold drugs before. Yes, I was a gang member. Yes, I was this. Yes, I was that. Now you have nothing to talk about. Have a great day.
There you go.
And
there you go.
And then somebody was like, well, are you still? I'm like, I was a kid. I'm 36 years old with 5 children. No, I'm a working man. I'm a taxpayer. I'm just somebody who's trying to change his life. I got baptized in April. I don't know if you saw that on my page.
Okay.
Got baptized in April, gave my life to the Lord, but still cussed like a sailor. Don't mind me, Lord. But yeah, dude, the campaign trail changed my life, man. And it's awesome. I talk to children still. I talk to the young adults and educate them on the Republican Party, man, and wake them up. Because some people really have a bad perception of all Republicans. Not all Republicans.
Oh, yeah.
Or what the media throws out there, So, and I'm proof of that. The Republican Party, and this is what I tell everybody. There's nothing wrong with a Democrat. There's nothing wrong with a liberal. Just stay out of my way. Stay out of my way. But the Republican Party gave me a chance. They let me qualify for an election with tattoos on my hands, neck, and face. They let an ex-gang member, drug dealer qualify for an election because they saw I changed my life. I've been
Right.
an advocate against all of that now. The sheriff's department, even after I lost, they asked me if I would work with their vice and gang unit to help
Really?
them and educate them more on that the gang activities and drugs and what to look
Okay.
for. So that was awesome, dude. I'm becoming something that most people thought I wouldn't.
Right.
And it's real when you get stopped at Walmart and people are like, oh, it's the mayor, it's the mayor, it's the governor, it's the governor, right? And I'm like, no, stop, dude. Like, me and my old lady went out to eat for my birthday, and I see the cat. I got a cat like that too. But we went to eat for the birthday, man, and some guy had an "I voted" sticker, and I'm like, oh man, good job voting, man. Got to get out there and vote. I'm in the election too. He's like, yeah, you look familiar. I'm like, yeah. He goes, oh, you're Anthony Arenez, man. I voted for you. I'm like,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
dude, such an awesome feeling. Or driving around still, and I see people with my car bumper stickers on their car still, the magnets. It's just such an awesome feeling, man. So
Now, how about here's the question. How about, because I know I would be doing this. You see, and you mentioned it was part of your campaign, the lawn signs. When you're driving around and see your signs on people's lawns, are you like saying to yourself as you're driving by, please, I hope nobody steals them. Please, I hope nobody steals them. Please don't steal them. Don't
Oh,
steal
listen.
them.
The week of the primary, I lost like 180 signs, man. People were stealing my signs like crazy.
Really?
Yeah, so I got real smart with it. I started putting razor blades on the corners. Yeah, because you go to grab it, what's going to happen? You're not going to touch that sign no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we
exactly.
started getting to the point where we started putting air tags in the signs. So if you stole it, I could track it.
Oh.
Yeah, we actually tracked one back to a guy's house. He was shocked when I pulled up.
Look at that.
Yeah, he was like, how do you know where I live? I'm like, because I have GPS inside every one of my signs. I'd like my sign back, please. Or you can go to jail because that's a federal crime.
Yeah.
You can't take a candidate sign. So he gave me my sign back. I said, I'm going to put it back right where it was. If you touch it again, you're going to jail. Put it right back where it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's dirty, man. And what's crazy is sometimes it's the people in your own party, man, that will come out there and take. I've learned campaigning that you don't know who to trust or there's my cat, see, who to trust or who's your friend when you campaign, man. It's such a dirty game. Such a dirty game, man.
Wow.
And for those who keep it clean, those are the ones that I recommend that the Democrats and the liberals and the independents really focus on. The guys like me and my competitor who we could have talked about each other. We could have bashed each other's family, subject matter of what we're looking at. We didn't do none of that. Literally, it was all hugs. People would get mad at us because we'd be on the debate stage and we'd be making jokes to each other. Or I'd be like, hey, what's the answer to that, man? I don't know. Like, just being funny.
Yeah.
And people would be like, why are you guys doing that? We're like, because we don't have a problem with each other.
Right.
When he wins or if I win, we want to work together. We want to put these laws and policies together and have our names on them together. And sure as shit, after he won that same week, he's like, hey, man, don't forget to come down to the Capitol building. And I want us to work on those plans you had. And I want to be able to put your name on it as well. Like, that's awesome. How real he was,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I just tell anybody, man, if you're watching this and if you ever think about getting in politics, just study laws, study your statutes in your state, study the Constitution. If you don't like, a certain party, just don't be that party or that candidate that bashes a party. I never once spoke and was like, F Joe Biden. I never did that. Only thing I said in my last speech, which is on my Facebook, I said, this crazy great administration we have has everything so high you can't even get gas. That's the worst thing I said my whole campaign trail. I didn't mention names. I didn't talk about Joe Biden, Kamala Harris as a whole, or Pelosi. None of them. I just talked about the administration, right? And I mean, it could have been a Republican. If it was the truth, it was the truth at that time, And the one thing we said in our speech that was so true, where I live, 2.5 years ago, you can get a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 3-bathroom house, for $950 a month.
No.
Now it's $3,500. Yeah, swear to God. So me and my old lady, the week of the week of that big speech, We were finding 2-bedroom, 1-bathrooms for $2,700. That same house 2-3 years ago was $600. If that don't show people inflation is real and people being braggadocious about what they have is real, it is real. We're living proof of that, and I tried to take a big stand against that. As a matter of fact, in my speech, I said, I am not for the continued destruction or construction of my county. I believe that we need to fix home first. Home is broken. We got Dollar Generals and storage units and car washes destroying all of our beautiful land and offering our people crap wages.
Yeah.
And people were looking at me crazy. And I said, think about it. We're knocking down 100 acres to put a Dollar General. Beautiful land, 100 acres of beautiful woods to put a Dollar General, but we're paying our people $10 to $12 an hour. But the rent is $2,700 a month. I'm not a mathematician, but you're working all month and you can't even pay rent.
Right.
So my point was, we're allowing people to destroy home, but they're not paying us. I could understand if you're destroying it and you're putting in a nice mill or a union job and you're paying people $50K a year startup. No, they're not doing that. So right now in my county, 3 years ago, you could live in this county making $28,000. Now, if you make less than $50,000, you can't even afford to live here. It's bad. So I tried to take a stand against it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people were on my side, man. They're like, dude, I agree with that. And a lot of people in my own party were like, no, we need to build more. We need to do this. I'm like, no, we don't. How can we say let's build this when we still have potholes? We still have buildings falling apart.
Yeah.
We still have gang activity. Drugs are up 33%. Gang violence is up 19% in the last 2 years. We got to fix this stuff first. Who's going to want to move here if we're like Chicago and people are killing each other? So, we did what we could, man. We fought it out. We're doing it again. We're getting ready for another one. Literally,
Nice.
I've been getting the designs and the slogans ready for the next one. And we're working on that. And then, I intend to win. I believe I'm going to win. I have a lot of huge endorsements like the FOP, which if you don't know who that is, I mean, that's a fraternal order of police.
Yeah.
They're on my back heavy. The Nurses Association's on my back. A lot of political officials have my back and are endorsing me. I've been endorsed by the Christian community for the churches.
Okay.
So I mean, we have some huge support. So yeah, the next time we talk, it'll be when I win.
I love it.
But before we go, too, I want to give everybody a quick follow-up. So after we talked, I did get a couple people that messaged me and was like, oh, that's a shame what happened with your dad and Enuff Z'Nuff. I'm not trying to keep pouring salt on an open wound, but the story's never changed. None of them have ever reached out. We still haven't heard anything about the financial side of anything. They never hit us back about anything from my dad, what's he owed, whether it's merch or whether it's albums or nothing. We've never heard none of that.
Right.
I even reached out to Chip a couple times after your show. Nothing. Reached out to Donnie after your show. Nothing. Monaco, same thing. Nothing. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's a lost cause, and it's sad because, my dad's anniversary date just passed in October. And they're all rest in peace to our brother. It's like, how much more fighting can I do, dude? I'm trying to change my life and be better.
Sure.
You guys are still 60 years old out here trying to make a living, so it's like, have at it, I know my dad eventually would have saw through the bullshit and walked away from them, because that's not a brotherhood. You don't leave a family out to dry.
No.
What if we were poverty stricken and homeless and had nothing, but these guys are still touring doing $15,000 a show, and we're not getting a cent from them performing songs that my dad was on or albums that my dad was on.
Right.
Nothing. So, it is what it is on the Enuff Z'Nuff standpoint, man. But it helped me build a lot of good friendships, like yourself and a lot of their fan base and their supporters. So I'm thankful for that. If anything, that was worth more than any money they could have gave us, to be honest with you. So
I'll tell you what, a lot of people have commented on that original video interview we did that's on YouTube, and a lot of people applauding you and saying that they're very proud of you.
No, and look, man, some of those same people messaged me privately, and I appreciate it, man. I tried to fight the good fight, but it's hard when you're one man against a band and against management and whatever indie label they're on now. I think they've been on like 25 since then. But you know, it's hard. You know, I saw a video that was posted. It's on YouTube where Donnie and Chip almost fought in the street. Did you see that?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like,
Yeah.
but what does that show you, man? You got two 6-year-old dudes going to go out here and beat each other up because the business was wrong.
Yeah.
And the only person persevering is Chip.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is I was told Chip's the one with the heart. Donnie's the cruel guy. But to me, it looks like Donnie's the guy with the heart. And Chip's the cruel guy because Donnie's not eating. He's singing and performing all the records Donnie wrote.
Mm-hmm.
You're making money off the records Donnie wrote. And if you listen, all the records Enuff Z'Nuff made after Donnie suck. Excuse my French. But it's not the same. Donnie's one of the best singer-songwriters I've ever heard.
He absolutely is.
Phenomenal.
Absolutely.
It's a shame that he's not bigger than what he is because he is a genius and his voice is phenomenal. But that's like the same thing for my dad. Can we say that the drummers have been as good as my dad? No, they have not. And that's not to say because he's my dad, but my dad was a great drummer and he had a big heart. He cared about people.
You know, it's funny. Right around the time you reached out to me a few weeks ago, she's a woman. She's probably in her 60s now. Her name's Priscilla Harriet, and she is from the Philadelphia area. And she had bands in like the 70s and 80s. And I didn't know this until once in a while she'll do like these photo drops on Facebook, and she'll put up all these old pictures. And I know her name from being in the Philadelphia area most of my life. And she used to play in a band with Tom Kiefer and Eric Brittingham from Cinderella before Cinderella.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew of her. But she started dropping pictures. It was like a month or two ago, and your dad played with her. And I was like, "Oh shit! I wonder if Anthony knows this." And I'm gonna forward you over. I'm gonna look for the pictures and forward them over to you.
To be honest with you, I didn't know. I know my dad played with what was her name? Sash Jordan.
Okay.
I know. You know her?
Yes. I don't know. I know who she is. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad did some songs with her. He's actually, if you go to YouTube and type in Sash Jordan High Road Easy, you'll see my dad in there. There's another record he was in there, and obviously Dad played with Cooper too, and a couple other bands and stuff. War and Peace, which all those guys. Look at Jeff Pilson. He's now with Foreigner.
Yeah.
Which is if that's not big, I don't know what is.
Yeah, he's been with them for like 20 years now.
Yeah. And well, he was with Dokken too, and then my Uncle Tommy's still with Cooper and Hollywood Vampires. So all of them went out and elevated to great things. But that's what I'm trying to get at to the people, man. That all these people I just talked about, Pilson, Tommy Henderson, not Ozzy Osbourne, Alice Cooper, Steven Tyler. Why are these people who are here reach out to us? Send us tickets, backstage passes, but the people in my dad's own band, when they come to town, they don't even let us know they're here. They don't.
Wow.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, man. We can go back to that old interview. It's the same thing, and we changed, man. My whole family. I don't even think we even talk about it no more. I think we just we watch videos and we're like, that was Dad, doing what he loved, But these guys are, they're jokes, man, and karma's real, and karma's biting them in the ass. I mean, excuse my French, but like I said, their video qualities are poop now. The music quality's crap. Their live performance is dookie. So, I mean, karma's coming back and biting them in the ass, man. It is what it is, at this point. But look at our whole family. We're elevating. We're doing great things. I'm out here. I'm a politician now. My sister's an RN. My brother's up there in New Jersey working for Chevy as a superintendent. He just got a free car from them because of how good he's doing, how much he turned his life around. They just gave him like a 2021 Chevy Malibu for free and clear because he's doing so good. Awesome. My mom and my stepdad, who is obviously my dad, I call him Dad too. They're doing great things. He just took on a huge promotion at work. They're making good money. So we're not mad. It was never about the financial thing, and that's what we wanted to let people know. It had nothing to do about the money. It was what was right. Yeah. My dad died. We didn't get nothing. We got nothing. We didn't even get a duffel bag with his stuff in it. I don't think we have one. I don't have one piece of clothing for my dad. I think I have a little pendant that he used to wear on his neck. Other than that, we don't have nothing. There was no life insurance policy. There was no will for all of his stuff. It was
Right.
just he died,
That's
you
it.
know. And the
Yeah.
band still to this day, I remember I asked for an album, and they said you can buy them. Like you could buy them. My dad was in the band for 17 years. You know, you could buy the album.
Hmm.
We won't give you one. You could buy it. And
Wow.
some of their fans actually chew me up for that. Why don't you just go buy it if you support them? I'm like, support him. My dad was in the band. What do you not understand? My dad wasn't
Yeah.
some tour drummer. He was in there literally since what, 91?
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
think earlier than that, 90, I think, because Fox left in 90.
Mm-hmm.
So 90 to 2007 when my dad died? You're gonna tell me we don't deserve an album? A shirt? God damn, we're not asking for any royalties. We're not you've had songs and movies. We're not asking for none. We're for some albums.
Right. Right.
So we can mount them on the wall or something. Albums? And it's a problem, you know. So these are the things that we fought with, man. But it's good, man. You know, God is real and he's blessed us all. You know, the supporters, man, I want to say thank you for everybody that reached out. I believe you tagged me in this right on Facebook.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So, you know, anybody that's watching this on my page or on my boy Bay's page, man, just understand, you know, there's no negative blood with Enuff Z'Nuff anymore. I know where they are at, where they stand with my family and what they've done. So that's just who they are as people. The facts are there. Me, my family, my dad's sister, Debbie, we've got nothing to show for anything my dad did. But now we're all elevating. I'm a politician now. My kids are doing great. I mean, their Christmas, I think we just did like $4,000 on Christmas presents for them this year.
Nice.
You know, like I said before, I mean, I have a 2022 car. My girl's got a 2022 now. You know, we're not hurting for the money. It has nothing to do with the money. It was more the morale and, you know, what's right. But
Exactly.
they never fed into it, man. So it's cool. You know, I was hoping that first interview would have pissed them off.
Right.
They would have been like, let's talk, you know, nothing. And everything I said was facts. I think they didn't like it, is what it is.
Oh, you know, it's that old saying, and it's so true what the saying is, but the truth hurts.
Listen, I think what hurts worse than the truth is actually seeing the pain of somebody talk about it and then realizing you did nothing about it. That I think is worse than the truth. Yeah. Because what I gave them was raw, uncut. We didn't script that. It wasn't edited. That was legit live feed straight from the heart. And the fact that I would have been so appreciative. And when they did got back on here after talking about politics and be like, look, after that, they sent me a bunch of shirts, a bunch of drumsticks from my dad or CDs, you know, posters. I would have been like, look, so, hey, hats off to him. Thank you guys so much. Go support Enuff Z'Nuff, buy their stuff. You know, but they didn't do none of that, man. There was, I think I even was a dickhead. I think I even sent your interview to them in their inbox. But that didn't even, and I know they read it because the little head moved on Facebook. But they didn't do nothing. It literally went nowhere, man. And I mean, hey, you could take a horse to water, but you can't shove his head and make him drink it.
That's it.
Look, man, they're really going to be mad if they keep seeing that we keep elevating, man, and we're doing great things and we're prospering and, you know, we don't have to work till we're 65, you know, to do, you know, this thing called enjoying life. You know, poor Chip, I think he's 65 now almost, right?
He might be, yeah.
Yeah, but do you think he really wants to still be touring? No. I don't think so, man. I don't. He's got a beautiful wife. I think he would rather be enjoying his life. But no, he's got to, because of bad business moves and decisions, he has to. But look at the other guys. Look at, damn it, he was in the band with him before. He was the old drummer or guitar player.
Monaco?
No. Please say his name.
The one that
the guy before Monaco.
The one that died?
No, not Frigo. I love Eric Frigo. No, what's his name, man? He was a guitar player with them too. I'm having a brain fart. Help me think. He had blonde hair. I'm gonna pull this up real quick and we can end it.
Yeah, you got me stumped.
No, it's Lord have mercy. He was a blonde hair guy, dude. How could he pull it up? Google or something?
Yeah. Let me see here.
Gino Martino. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Gino Martino. Look at him, man. He's living life. He's always snowboarding and skiing and riding snowmobiles. You know, he was actually one of the only band members ever. He sent me articles from my dad from Japan. He sent me VHS tapes, DVDs, photos. And he was only in the band with my dad for like 2-3 years.
Wow.
But I asked Monaco for stories, and he's like, I don't have none. You know, so it's like, but it shows Gino has a heart, you know. So
yeah.
Much respect to Gino Martino. That's who I was talking about the whole time. But yeah, man, it was fun doing this. Let's do another one, man, soon. You know, we make our announcement at the end of the month.
Yeah, let's do another one, and then I want to get into this whole because I know you're doing a reaction video channel on YouTube.
I can break that down real quick. That's so simple.
Okay.
I have a YouTube channel called Mr. Reactions and Reviews, and underneath that says real reviews, real honesty. So what we do is we take music, whether it's new age or old age.
Okay.
And I have a partner named Cortex, and what we'll do is we'll review a song. Right. And if I've never heard it, we tell people right from the jump, this is as authentic as it's going to get. I've never heard it. He's never heard it. We're going to give you our honest opinion, our honest feedback. And then, you know, obviously we go on StreamYard here because you can share the screen. You can watch it. We'll watch it together. And, you know, if something was like really good in the song, we'll hit pause. We'll talk about it. We'll elaborate on it. And I'll try and, because I'm an artist, I'll try and depict what he's meaning by his words and his wordplay. And then if it's funny, you know, we'll stop. We laugh about it. We joke about it. But it's to get a good target market for reactions, you just have to be yourself. You have to be genuine. Don't lie to the people. If you've heard it before, I tell people this is a review revisited. So this is just me revisiting a classic, right? So like we did some songs from Five Finger Death Punch. I've heard it already, but we did it, and we talked about what the record did to us, how it made us feel, and you know, people like it so much that, you know, in less than a month, you know, I've already hit 139,000 views and, you know, 700 subscribers already, and I have no fancy backdrop. Literally, I hit record right here. You can see the hole in the wall for my kids opening the damn door so hard. My kids fly this thing open, and this is what they see right here. This is it, and then we'll play the song. We'll give them our feedback. And, you know, we tell everybody in the video in the beginning, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss an alert. And, you know, at the end of it, we say the same thing. And we keep it short and sweet. If a song's 4 minutes, we try and keep the reaction like 10, 15 minutes. We don't want to bore them. You know, it's fun. But I know it sounds horrible, so don't take it that way. A lot of people in the YouTube community, they love it when there's older people reacting to the new age stuff because it's like our parents, you know, when we were younger, we liked that Eminem. Hi, my name is, and your parents like, shut that shit off. It's bad, right? So when the younger kids see somebody like yourself or myself, because even these young kids call me old.
Because now I'm a fucking old head.
Yeah, right. But listen, I swear to God, we reacted to some song for some rapper. I've never even heard of these guys. But the song was really good. And I was like, oh, snap. I threw my headset down, started running around the house. It was good. And these young Gen X kids, you know, that's what I call these 2000 and up kids. They were like, oh, man, that was funny, dude. I love it. I just subscribed. That was awesome. I'm like, hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Please make sure to follow and see what we do next. So for you, I would say, you know, guest appearances when you do reactions are the best. Always make sure when you post on YouTube, you know, in the title and in the description, you use hashtags. Because what a hashtag allows you to do is it allows you to outreach more people. So like you could do your channel and hashtag music, hashtag YouTube, hashtag Enuff Z'Nuff, hashtag
So the
whoever.
hashtags in the description are just as important, you're saying?
Oh, for sure. Because what that does is, let's just say I'm on YouTube and I'm like, man, let me see if I can find something from Aerosmith. I go to the hashtag for Aerosmith. Your video is going to be in that feed somewhere. So it gives people who are scrolling to be able to have a chance to look for it. And that helps the algorithm. That'll help your analytics and help you go up and down. Right now, I mean, I posted a video last night and I think we're already at 6.5K views. And it was just, I think it was the stupidest video I've done. But it was, I'm being so serious. It was just people at 6.5K views, 1,500 likes. It's like, okay, whatever. I thought it was stupid, but whatever. But people like that stuff, you know? So
I got to pull this. What's the channel called?
Mr. Reactions and Reviews.
I want to pull it up so I can subscribe.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
Is it MISTR or?
No, Mr. Just MR.
Okay, let me see here. Reaction and
yeah, and they'll see me with my Bucks jersey with my Trump hat on. That's another thing. I don't give a damn. I post Trump stuff. So I don't care. Do you see it?
Let me see. I spelled it wrong. I may not see it. You're going to have to send me the link.
Here, this is it right here. It looks just like this right here. You can't miss it. I mean, it's here. That's what it looks like, just like that.
Reaction. Yeah. All right, let me see here.
Yeah, I have. Let's see. Yeah, look. This video.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. I got you.
Yeah, there you go.
Real reviews and honest reactions.
That's it. It's the truth, man. So do the same thing for yourself, you know, and tell all your followers, man, that because you have a good following on social media as well. Tell them all to go over there, man. And you know, a lot of people worry about the copyright claims. Don't worry about that. Copyright claims aren't copyright strikes. So for that, you don't have to worry about losing your channel or being banned. You will not be able to monetize it and make money off of it.
Right.
So the copyright claims, they're not a big deal. But you have to get like 50 copyright claims in a row to get a strike. I got a strike for putting up a fight video.
Okay, so I started a reaction channel a couple months ago. I used to be a professional wrestler. So a buddy of mine calls me up and he goes, yo, I just had this amazing idea for you for a reaction channel. I'm like, okay. He's like, you need to do one of ECW wrestling because that's what I was part of. He's like, he goes, I came home from playing a gig and I've been laying here for the last 5 hours, sucked into watching old ECW. And I'm thinking to myself, what if Bay sat into the reactions to it where you're reacting to it and you can tell like the inside scoop of what you know? And I'm like, that's fucking genius.
It is genius.
But go ahead, say it because this is where I think I'm going to get in trouble.
But I'm going to tell you the truth, though. It's not a hot topic. So what makes channels relevant is hot topics. Right now, ECW is
right.
It's not what it used to be. WWE is hot. You know, you got people like Logan Paul, who's a YouTuber, who's over there fighting Raymond, whatever his name is, or whatever.
Right.
You know, so those are cool. So I mean, you being ECW, you can still talk on WWE because you know what it's like to have experience in the ring.
Right.
You know, so you could, if you want to do stuff like that, I would do that. You know, if you want to do, you know, another cool thing that helps channels, and I'm not educated on it. You being educated on it, you should do it. So like when there's a big WWE match, you should be on StreamYard streaming the WWE match on one side and you live on the other.
So now here's the problem. This is, you know, like you with music. As soon as you upload that video, you get the copyright claim, which, okay. And then you put the dispute in. And
you don't even have to dispute it. It's just a claim.
But it's with the WWE ones, because WWE owns all ECW's TV stuff that I'm doing. I have to put the dispute in because they're blocking it. Some of them are partially blocked, like it's blocked in Russia and Bangladesh, like, okay, whatever. But a couple of them are fully blocked from all over the world, even the United States. So then I had to put a dispute in, and then it got lifted. And then after 2 weeks, I got an email that WWE changed our mind and blocked it again. And then I had to put an appeal in, and now it's unblocked again. But
So what I did is I did a UFC fight once, but I muted the voices. So
okay,
it was just video.
okay.
So YouTube doesn't really catch on if there's no audio. So what
Mm.
I did was I muted the audio and gave people my commentary, like, oh, whoa, look at that left, right. Oh, look, he
Okay.
took him down, right? And it kept the video up, and that helped get some exposure too. My thing is though is what I was getting at is pick a niche that is relevant right now. You can
Mhm.
actually go to YouTube and look at what's trending,
Mhm.
and ride that wave.
Right.
Build your following, your subscription, or
Mhm.
your subscribers up, and then let them know, in a heartfelt video like this, like, hey, look,
Mhm.
I don't really want to keep riding just this wave. I want you guys to see I'm very diverse. I do everything. I do
Yeah.
music. I do, stand-up comedians. I do everything.
Yeah.
I do interviews, and give them something else to look forward to. So like me, mine is real reviews and
Mhm.
honest reactions. We're about to do a review on products. My buddy Cortex,
Okay.
we got him some veneers done. So this company sponsored my YouTube channel
Hmm.
with only 700 subscribers. They gave a free veneer set. So my
Oh
buddy,
shit.
I gave it to my buddy,
Okay.
and we're gonna review it,
Huh.
and we're gonna talk about it real honest. If it sucks, we're gonna tell them you suck. If
Yeah.
it's good, we're gonna tell them you're great. Um, Same thing.
But
Like,
how are these people? You see all these reaction channels. They got millions of views. How are they
mhm.
making money? Because you can't monetize it because it's all copyrighted.
Well, you can actually pay for copyright rights. So you can actually, there's a thing you can actually Google it. You could
Oh.
pay the label or whoever owns the rights to that and the copyright license. So you can actually buy it and utilize it,
Oh.
but that's because you paid for it.
Interesting.
So you could pay for it. Like I did a cover song of a country song, and I'm like, I kept posting it, kept getting copyright. I'm like, dude, what the hell? So I went on to Google for like $99. I bought the rights. I put it up. Now I don't get copyright claim. I don't get strikes, and it just sits there.
It's almost like you're going to like ASCAP or whatever it
Yeah,
is, BMI or
BMI.
whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
and get
And
that's
registering
the
yourself.
thing.
Yeah. But
That's how they're doing it.
there's some that you could pay like a year subscription.
Yeah, like a
Right?
radio station.
Yeah, you could pay for a year subscription and get unlimited
Okay.
rights. And you can actually choose songs. So you can look like, all right, I want
Right.
to react to Aerosmith Dream On. Boom, buy it. You have a yearly subscription. It's
Right.
free because you paid for the year subscription, which is what I
Right.
did. And I think it came out to like, they give you a good deal if you do the whole year. I think I paid $299, $300 for the
Right.
whole
Right.
year. You can take the song, you can put it out there, and now you can monetize it because you paid for the right to be able to utilize it.
Right.
And channels like us, small channels,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to be making stupid money. I think you might make $50-$60 a month off of it, but it's
Yeah.
still money. But
Mhm.
there's these big YouTubers that are getting 1 million views on it, and they're making $50,000 on that.
Right.
But you'll get there too. I mean, I have a buddy right now who lives here locally with me. He started a channel, and I think he's already at like 12,000 subs. And I
Wow.
mean, he's doing like $2,500, $3,000 a month,
Yeah.
just sitting in his car doing reaction videos, literally in his car with his phone.
Wow.
And I mean, I just went out yesterday, bought some selfie sticks, some green screens, some lights, because I'm gonna start getting really into it. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna start editing the video. It's
Mhm.
gonna still be a raw, real reaction. We're
Right.
just gonna edit it. Like the ISOs and the white balances are all gonna be right. Because like if you look, I look like death. So we're gonna make it look official. Some of these YouTube
Okay.
reactors, they edit those videos. They're chopped.
yeah.
They're mixed. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not authentic. That's why we love our
Sure.
channel, because we're giving you we're literally hitting record on here right now.
Yeah. That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, man. And if
Mhm.
I was you, just find a niche. React to things
Okay.
you wouldn't like: country music, rap music,
Mhm.
club music, rock music, hardcore, heavy metal, all
Mhm.
that, and just give people an honest thing. And I actually reacted to a famous artist, and I think he's got like 3 or 4 million subscribers on YouTube. And I was
Okay.
like, dude, this song hit my soul. I love it. Next thing you know, he comments on my video and shares it on his page.
There you
Next
go.
thing you know, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm getting friend requests, notifications, comments. The
Nice.
song was it only had like 800 views. Next thing you know, I wake up the next morning, I'm at 15,000, 20,000. I'm like,
Oh shit.
yeah, but that's because we keep it real and raw. And he's like, dude, I love that. Just sitting in your living room, doing reactions. I'm like, well, I'm not in my living room. I'm actually in my office area. But yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the way to do it. Yeah.
just do those, man. Just give people
Okay.
that real raw, uncut, reactions, and don't be afraid of copyright claims. I get those. If I showed you my
Oh yeah.
videos,
Yeah.
it's copyright.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter, dude. Just do it. You'll still get views out there because look, I got copyrighted and I got views on there. You'll see that 5, 6, 7,000 views.
Okay.
And that's how you build your following. I think off one video, I got like 6,000 views and 17 subscribers. That's a great day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just keep doing that, man. Don't give up on it. At first I was defeated. I did a video and I'm like, damn, I only got 8 views. This sucks. The next video, I'm like, oh shit, 180 views. Okay. Next video, 28,000 views. I'm like, whoa, this is working.
Wow.
So just keep doing it.
Okay.
All right, man. We'll touch base again, and maybe
absolutely, dude. Great hearing from you. I'm going to go, and I'm going to say honestly, like, from the heart too. I'm fucking proud of you, dude. I really am. I mean, from the last time we talked, you were still very bitter and angry, and in a year's time, you've come a long fucking way.
Oh yeah.
And I'm excited for your future. I really am. For you and your family. Nothing but the best, and please keep in touch, and let's fucking do this, man.
Yeah, and let's collab on some videos, man. Do some reactions.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah, even do some Enuff Z'Nuff stuff.
Yeah, that's what you should do. You really should.
Ooh. Ooh. We can do it together. We can. You
all right.
Calm me down. You can calm me
all right.
But yeah, let's do it, man. Seriously, it's always great talking to you, man. I love you from the bottom of my heart, man. For real.
Back at you, brother.
All right, guys. Love you.
Take care, Ant.
Be safe.
Check him out, Mr. Reaction Reviews. And if you're out in his county, what county is that?
Hernando County, Florida.
There you go. Vote for this man when the elections come next time around, because he's going to be on the ticket.
I'm on the biggest ticket. If it's true, and they're saying Trump's coming back, that's the biggest ticket in the last 20 years. So that'll be a huge ticket. A good voter turnout is what you need. A good voter turnout. Nice. So I would appreciate all the support, man. Thank you guys so much.
Take care, Ant.
Be safe, brother.
You too.